Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nicole Ardita. I am the reporter or the discussant about the Chapter 11, the Biodiversity and the Healthy Society. So, good afternoon, but before that, um, let's have our prayer. But before that, even though I present this discussion through video presentation, but I prepared a energizer. Are you all ready?
Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life every good night, you're a high one to hold. Cause you don't even know, I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want your sex and your affection when they're holding you close. Cause you don't even know, I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap.
Are you all energized? So, I have a rules that I want you to be followed while I'm discussing. First, listen carefully. Second, be respectful at all times. And the last one is always do your best. Are all those rules clear? Okay, thank you. So, I have an activity or game na that I prepared. This game was called Pick to Word. So, here are the mechanics that you must to be followed. First, players combine image clues to form a single word. Second, say image names allowed to guess the word based on phonetics. Last one is players must guess within a time limit that you've earned points. Are you all ready? Let's get started. First, the answer is very good. It is biodiversity. Next, the answer is very good. Ecosystem. The next one. The answer is scientist. Next. The answer is genetic. Next. The answer is human. Last one. Very good. It is the earth. So, those words that you've answered will be mentioned in my discussion. At the end of this chapter, the students should be able to determine the interrelatedness of society, environment, and health. Identify human cause, species, loss as one of the major current threats to biodiversity. Define biodiversity hotspots and explain where most of the world's biodiversity hotspots are located. And familiarize with genetically modified organisms or GMOs. So my topic is all about chapter 11, the biodiversity and healthy society. So I have a question. What is biodiversity and healthy society, and how biodiversity connects to the healthy society? So, biodiversity is the variety of all life forms on Earth, including different species, ecosystems, and genetic diversity. A healthy society depends on on biodiversity for clean air, water, food, medicine, and climate stability. Protecting biodiversity supports human well-being, economic stability, and long-term environmental sustainability. So, how biodiversity supports or connects to a healthy society? Biodiversity supports a healthy society by providing essential resources like food, clean water, um, medicine, and a stable climate. It helps maintain ecosystems that purify air and water, control diseases, and pollinate crops. Without biodiversity, society would face greater health risks, food insecurity, and environmental instability. So, what do you mean about this phrase? If we pollute the air, water, and soil that keep us alive and well, and destroy the biodiversity that allows natural systems to function, no amount of money will save us. By Suzuki David, 1936. Anyone? So, this phrase by David Suzuki emphasizes the critical importance of protecting the natural environment and biodiversity for human survival. Air, water, and soil are fundamental to our health and well-being, right? And also, polluting them directly harms both ecosystems and people. Biodiversity ensures that natural systems like water purification, food production, and climate regulation continue to function properly. The quote warns that once these life support systems collapse, wealth and technology alone cannot reverse the damage of secure our survival. So, as a citizen of this, um, as a citizen or as a human well-being, we must be um, think first before do anything that can affect our ecosystem. Dapat maging maagap tayo. Dapat gawin natin yung mga bagay na makakatulong sa ating ecosystem kasi para lang din sa atin, tayo lang din yung um, nalalagay sa kapahamakan if gagawin natin yung mga bagay na hindi naman karapat-dapat na ito naman ay makakapekto sa ating ecosystem or our Mother Earth. This chapter covers the biodiversity and its link to ecosystem. Biodiversity plays an important role in ecosystem providing services essential for people and a healthy society. Thus, it is necessary for the complete human race to understand its components and how to help protect the diversity of life that exists on Earth. So, what is biodiversity? Biodiversity condensed phrase of biological diversity. This is a multifaceted topic covering many aspects of biological differences. Biodiversity supports all life on Earth. It is the variety of life forms at structural levels, genetic, species, and ecosystem. It could be defined as life on Earth. Biodiversity, a condensed form of biological diversity. It refers to the wide range of life forms and biological differences found on Earth. It includes variation of multiple level genetic diversity within a species, the diversity of species themselves, and the variety of ecosystems they form. This diversity is essential because it supports natural processes that all life depends on, such as pollination, nutrient cycling, and climate regulation. making it foundational to life on Earth. Biodiversity can be defined as follows. The measure of the number of species on the planet or in a specified area is called biodiversity by Clarke 2013. So, by Clarke 2013, biodiversity refers to the measure of the number of species on the planet or in a specific area. This includes all forms of life, from microscopic organisms to large mammals and plants. A higher number of species in an area often indicates a healthier and more resilient ecosystem, which is essential for ecological balance and the provision of natural resources. Next, it is the variation of living things, making the world beautiful and exciting place to live by Cunningham and Cunningham 2013. So, by Cunningham and Cunningham 2013, biodiversity is the variation of living things that makes the world beautiful and exciting place to live. This diversity includes the wide range of plants and to cultural, aesthetic, and recreational values, while also playing a key role in sport and life-sustaining processes. Next, it is the variety of life on Earth at all times levels, from genes to ecosystems, and the ecological and evolutionary processes that sustain it by Bynum 2012. So, by Bynum 2012, biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth at all levels, from genetic differences within a species to entire ecosystems. It also encompasses the ecological and evolutionary processes that allow life to persist and adapt over time. Maintaining biodiversity is crucial for ecosystem stability, for security, and human well-being as it supports the natural systems we depend on. However, scientists made a clear description designed to embrace not only living organisms under complex interactions, but also interactions with the abiotic or the non-living things aspects of their environment. Overall, the greatest biodiversity is found in tropical region and decreases as one moves towards the poles. Biodiversity is more than just species. So, most people recognize biodiversity than species. Species are the building blocks of Earth and support systems. Are you all agree? Without species, there would be no air to breathe, no food to eat, and no water to drink. There would be no human society at all. There are three kinds of biodiversity are essential to preserve ecological systems and functions. First, the genetic biodiversity. The genetic biodiversity, it is a measure of the variety of versions of the same genes within individual species. So, ang genetic biodiversity, ito ay tungkol sa pagkakaiba-iba ng genes sa loob ng isang species. Kapag mas diverse ang genes, mas may kakakayahan ang species na mag-adapt sa pagbabago ng environment. Nakakatulong ito para maiwasan ang extinction ng mga hayop o next of the kinds of biodiversity is species biodiversity. It describes the number of different kinds of organisms within individual communities or ecosystems. So, species biodiversity, ito ay tumutukoy sa dami at iba't ibang klase ng mga organisms sa isang ecosystem. So, mas maraming species, mas balance at mas matibay ang isang community. Kapag kaunti ang species naman, mas madali itong maaapektuhan ng sakit o sakuna. The last kind of biodiversity is the ecological biodiversity. It specifies the number of niches, trophic levels, and ecological processes that capture, sustain food webs, and recycle materials within this system. So, ecological biodiversity ito naman ay tungkol sa iba't ibang rules o niches, trophic levels, at natural processes sa isang ecosystem. Mahalaga ito para gumana ng maayos ang food chain at pag-recycle ng nutrients. Kapag kulang ito, nawawala ang balanse sa kalikasan. Species by numbers. Approximately 1.75 million different species have been documented by scientists. These include 950,000 species of insects, 270,000 species of plants, 19,000 species of fish, 9,000 species of birds, and 4,000 species of mammals. So, this figure only shows a small percentage of the total species on Earth. There are still millions yet to be classified and named. According to the National Geographic Society, insects and other vertebrates make up more than half of all known species. Few of them are still unknown. So, here is the new species of cicada has been identified by UPLB MNHS curator by Dr. Irineo L. Lit Jr. and cicada expert Dr. Yang Jun Lee at the Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology, University of Connecticut, and it is authored by Aldopo. Why is biodiversity is important? Because it helps maintain balance in nature, such as in food chains and ecosystems. It provides essential resources like food, medicine, and clean air. When biodiversity decreases, it affects human life and the stability of the entire planet. Biodiversity is extremely important to people, society, and the health of the ecosystems. It can aid ecosystem stability and because we rely on many different organisms. There are a few of the reasons why biodiversity is important. First, biodiversity provides food and medicines. Are you all agree? Yes, biodiversity provides food and medicines because plant and animal species make important contributions to human food supplies. Some pharmaceutical products are derived from plants, animals, and microbes. In an article of Montenegro 2015, a newly discovered in the Philippines medicinal plant was featured in honor of Pope Francis. Researchers from the University of Santo Tomas discovered a new species of flowering plant in the central province of Antique. A team from UST Graduate School and Research Cluster for the Natural and Applied Sciences headed by Dr. Eusebio Alejandro have named the plant Hydrotis Papa Franciscan Alejandro in honor of Pope Francis who visited the Philippines in 2015. The new plant has medicinal properties that the researchers say could be used to treat cancer, fever, malaria, and rheumatism. No one do not know what kinds of undiscovered species may provide medicine in the future. Next, biodiversity can aid ecosystem stability. Maintaining biodiversity can be essential in existence of other species and other ecological functions. In a documentary video of Eyewitness in July 2017, around 100 Philippine crocodile, or also known as Crocodylus mendorensis, are left in the wild. Their disappearance is linked to the destruction of mangroves forests. Crocodiles are important in the river's ecosystem. Their excretions fertilize the riverbeds. These help propagate planktons, which fishes eat. As you can watch the video of the Crocodylus episode of Eyewitness in July 2017, hosted by Cara David, explores the relationship between humans and the critically endangered Philippine crocodile, or the Crocodylus mendorensis in Siargao. The documentary shows how local communities coexist with these crocodiles in a protected sanctuary, challenging the usual fear and negative perception of the species. It emphasizes the importance of conserving native wildlife and how biodiversity contributes to a healthy and balanced ecosystem. Next is the aesthetic and existence values are important. Nature appreciation is economically important. It provides job opportunities to local communities. Nature-based activities like fishing, hunting, camping, and hiking also have cultural value. Contact with nature can be emotionally uplifting. For some, it has religious and moral significance. Threats to biodiversity. Extinction, the elimination of species, can be a normal process of the natural world as species outcompete or kill off others, or as environmental conditions change, such as during the Ice Age. In evolutionary history, extinctions are common. It also shows that during there have been five mass extinction events. These are referred as bottlenecks in biodiversity. These events have been documented by fossil records that most of the species that ever existed die out and are replaced by the others, often by their descendants as part of evolutionary change. So, over the past 150 years, human activities such as deforestation, pollution, climate change, and overhunting have caused a dramatic increase in the extinction rate of species. Normally, only 1 to 5 species would go extinct each year due to natural causes, but now thousands are disappearing every decade. This rapid loss of biodiversity has led scientists to refer to the current crisis as the sixth mass extinction. Unlike previous mass extinctions caused by the natural events like asteroid impacts or volcanic eruptions, this one is driven by the human activities or the human actions. The destruction of habitats, introduction of invasive species, and exploitation of natural resources are putting immense pressure on ecosystems and threatening the survival of countless plant and animal species. Some of these activities have direct effects on species and ecosystems. But Theo Wilson summarizes human threats to biodiversity as which stands for habitat destruction, invasive species, pollution, population of humans, and over-harvesting. A pair of stuffed passenger pigeons or Ectopistis migratorius and endemic to North America. The last member of this species died in the Cincinnati Zoo in 1914. Human actions may have caused the species populations to grow huge as well as lead to its demise. Earth's biodiversity hotspots. The areas that support natural ecosystems that are largely intact and where native species and communities associated with these ecosystems are well represented are called biodiversity hotspots. The concept was given in 1988 by Norman Mears of Oxford University to qualify as biodiversity hotspot. According to Mears' 2000 edition of hotspots, a region must meet two strict criteria. First, it must have at least 1,500 species of vascular plants as endemic or endemism. Secondly, it must contain 30% or less of its original natural vegetation or the loss of biodiversity. So, what do you mean endemic or endemism? So, endemic refers to a species that is naturally found only in a specific geographic area and nowhere else in the world. Endemism is the condition or state of being endemic. For example, if a certain plant grows only in Palawan and nowhere else, it is called endemic to Palawan. Endemic species are important because they are unique to their locations and can be more vulnerable to extinction. So, the world's most threatened biodiversity hotspots, as identified by Conservation International, approximately there are 35 areas around the world that qualify as hotspots. They represent just 2.3% of Earth's land surface that support nearly 60% of the world's plant, bird, mammal, reptile, and amphibian species, which majority of these are endemics. So, Redina Androng Fortel, 2017, point out that the most important hotspots are Madagascar and the Indian Ocean Islands and Sundaland. The Philippines is one of the most mega diverse countries in the world when it comes to variety of genetic species and ecological biodiversity due to a continued experience of destruction to these resources made by human activities, just like deforestation, land degradation, and pollution. The country is also considered as a biodiversity hotspot. The hotspot is a habitat for 6,000 endemic species and a large indefinite number of bird species, including the Philippine eagle and the Cebu flower picker. As you can see of this figure about the biodiversity hotspot by, by the Conservation International, sourced by Cunningham at Cunningham 2013, ito ay ang mga lugar na may napakataas na bilang ng mga natatanging species pero labis ding danger or nanganib dahil sa mga human actions or human activities. Kahit na mas mababa sa 2.5% lang ito ng kalupaan sa mundo, nandito ang mahigit kalahati ng mga natatanging halaman at maraming hayop na matatagpuan lang sa mga lugar na ito. It is better na palaghan natin at protektahan ang mga hotspot. Mahalaga ang pagpoprotekta sa mga hotspot na ito dahil hindi lang sila yaman ng kalikasan kundi nagbibigay rin sila ng mahahalagang serbisyo gaya ng malinis na hangin, tubig at klima para sa mga tao. Yun, genetic modified organism or GMO. So, while selective breeding has existed for thousands of years, modern biotechnology is more efficient and effective because seed developers are able to directly modify the genome of the crop. This process is called genetic modified organism or GMO. It is also known as genetic engineering, wherein selective breed of plants were being enhanced with the genes of another plant. Some example of these plants is a wheat which cannot be easily drought, maize which can survive pesticides, and cassava which has additional nutrients than the normal cassava. So genetic modified crops can help farming a lot. So what do you mean endemic or endemism? So endemic refers to a species that is naturally found only in a specific geographic area and nowhere else in the world. Endemism is the condition or state of being endemic. For example, if a certain plant grows only in Palawan and nowhere else, it is called endemic to Palawan. Endemic species are important because they are unique to their locations and can be more vulnerable to extinction. So, GMO food or genetically modified organisms ay ito yung mga pagkain na inedit o binago ang genes nila gamit ang biotechnology. Karaniwang example nito ay corn, soybean at canola. So, may mga advantages na mga GMO. Just like, ito ay mas mataas na ani or higher crop yield, magpapataas na yung ani, then ma-resistant sa pest o sakit. Also, mas kaunting kailangan na pesticides at pwede ding dagdagan ang nutrients kaya ng golden rice na may vitamin A. May mga disadvantage naman, just like pwede itong maka-apekto sa environment. Halimbawa, kung maghalo sa wild plants, may ethical issues din na parang playing God daw sabi ng iba. Kontrolado din ito ng malalaking kumpanya just like sa mga seeds at may ma-concern ang ibang tao sa health effects kahit wala pang solid proof na delikado ito. So, here is the figure 11.2, the GMO foods such as the tomato, rice, sweet corn with cotton, sugar beets, squash, salmon, soy, peas, canola algas, and Hawaiian papaya. So, those are genetically modified organisms na may hinalong for sa iba't ibang like for example sa plants or nati-transfer naman sa another plant so that to prevent pa from diseases and also about to grow to have more. Next is the impact of genetically modified organism to biodiversity and environment. So ano nga ba yung mga impact ng GMO sa ating environment at biodiversity? So ang pangunahing layunin ng biotechnology ay ang matutulungan ang mundo to help us sa problems sa mga gutom sa pamagitan ng pagpaparami ng ani ng mga pananim gamit ang GMO or genetically modified organism. So, totoo naman na napatunayan na nakakatulong ito sa pagtaas ng crop yield o ani kasi noon pa lang ginamit na ito at minukha na ito ng mga tao. Pero ayon sa mga bagong pag-aral, may mga negatibong epekto rin ang mga GMO lalo na sa kalusugan, kalikasan at pinakaimportante sa biodiversity o ang pagkakaiba-iba ng mga buhay ng organismo. So, may mga lumabas na resulta sa ilang pag-aaral na nakakabahala dahil may possibility na maging toxic o mapanganib ang genetically modified organism sa tao at sa kapaligiran. So, kaya malagang magkaroon muna ng mas malalim na pangmatagalang pag-aaral. Magsusi muna tayo. Think before we do such thing tungkol sa mga possible na mga panganib ng genetically modified organism bago ito lubusang ipatupad o gamitin. Remember, take care of the earth, and she will take care of you. Waste not the smallest thing created, for grains of sand make mountains, and atoms infinity. The system of nature of which man is a part tends to be self-balancing, self-adjusting, self-cleansing. Not so with technology. Bakit nga ba babae or she yung ginagamit ko? Because it is kasi ito yung a form of personification, giving a planet feminine qualities and a sense of nurturing. This is a common way of expressing a deep connection and respect for the environment, similar to how one might refer to the Mother Nature. Taking care of the earth is our responsibility as its stewards because we live on in this earth. When we protect nature, we also protect our health, resources, and future. A clean, green environment leads to a better quality of life for everyone. Thank you for listening.